Specific intestinal disorders like irritable bowel syndrome or inflammatory bowel disease cause a cycle of events, resulting in the breakdown of the intestinal gut barrier. This can lead to abdominal discomfort, bloating, flatulence, urgency, and loose, frequent stools. By stopping this destructive cycle, the mucosa is able to repair, strengthen, and heal. There are 4 layers to the gut barrier. Each layer has a unique structure and contribution to barrier function. The microbiota, which serves as a microbial barrier, aids digestion and captures antigen in the lumen. The thin mucus layer contains proteins and defense factors that serve as a chemical barrier. The epithelium serves as a physical barrier while supporting nutrient absorption. And finally, the gut-associated lymphoid tissue in the lamina propria forms the immunological barrier. If antigen penetrates the other 3 barriers, this tissue activates an immune response to limit damage to the epithelium. One of the most essential structures for barrier function are the tight junctions near the apex of the epithelial cells, which regulate the flow of fluid and salts. Each tight junction is a dynamic complex of more than 50 proteins that spans the epithelial cell walls. Outside the cell, the exposed loops of claudin and occludin proteins interact with loops of adjacent cells. Inside the cell, zonulin family proteins anchor the complex to the belt-like apical rings of the cytoskeleton. Contractions of these actomyosin rings tighten the gaps between cells and seal out damaging substances, including microbial components from the intestinal lumen, and keep the intestine's immune system in check. Cell signaling controls how the tight junctions form and remodel in response to different stimuli, part of the gut's natural process to maintain the barrier. Studies have shown that bacterial toxins and other stressors disrupt the integrity of the mucosal barrier. Conversely, epithelial healing and decreased inflammation correlates with tight junction repair. When inflammation subsides, tight junction repair occurs through the body's natural processes. Digestive health and good nutrition depend on gut barrier function. If the destructive cycle of intestinal enteropathy can be broken, normal physiology of barrier function can help re-establish the mucosa and restore intestinal homeostasis. Gut barrier function is the key. By binding microbial components, EnteraGam breaks the cycle.